You presented yourself to the Janissary as a chavuch. What does that mean?
That is my title. I am an emissary from the Holy Port. His Highness, Solomon the Magnificent, blessed be his name, sent me to this place to meet the governor of Jerusalem, who finds himself in an embarrassing situation. In the excavations that were dug for the reconstruction of the city walls, workers found a wooden box containing an ancient dagger. Word of this discovery soon got round, and everyone wishes to see the weapon that Abraham brandished when the Almighty commanded him to sacrifice his son, Isaac. Now, there is almost an open quarrel between the millets over who should possess that which some say is a holy relic.
Millets? What are they?
That is the name given to the different religious communities that cohabit under Ottoman law.
What is the governor's role in a city like Jerusalem?
The governor is an administrator and a judge. He refers to the Sunnah, which is Islamic tradition as laid down by the Prophet in the Quran, but also by the example of his life.
Why did Abraham have to sacrifice his son?
The Almighty asked this of him as proof of his faith, but an angel intervened and stopped his hand at the last minute. A sheep was sacrificed instead of one of the patriarch's sons. I say sons because for Muslims, Abraham was told to sacrifice Ishmael, even though in the Bible the victim is described as Isaac.
So, Abraham had two sons. Who was the elder?
Ishmael was his firstborn, the son of the Egyptian woman Agar, and ancestor of the Arab people.
Who was Isaac's mother?
Isaac was born to Sarah just as she turned 90. Her name means laugh, because when she learned that she was going to have a child at such an old age, she was filled with great joy. Isaac is the ancestor of the Jewish people.
So Jews and Arabs are actually half-brothers?
If you believe the story, yes, they are. Arabs and Jews share the same ancestors and the same blood.
You seem to already know the man we are going to meet.
He is an old comrade in arms of our emperor. Allah tested him greatly. His 4 sons perished so that our flag may fly on the ramparts of Budapest. Layla, his second wife, died also. All he has left is his daughter, Hikmah. Now he lives only for her and his duty.
Chavuch Ozdemir, I'm so glad to see you again.
May Allah's blessing go with you, Ibrahim. This is Adrian, my interpreter.
Follow me. The governor awaits you.
Chavuch, your arrival warms my heart, yet I have grave news for you. Abraham's dagger has been stolen from within these walls not more than an hour ago. The only thing that could wipe away the shame that overwhelms me is the despair that grips my being. He who committed this crime also took Hikmah, my own daughter.
Do you know who could have been so foolish as to perpetrate such crimes?
A fanatic, a sort of preacher by the name of Hayat. A man whom Ibrahim had imprisoned more than a month ago for public disorder.
How could he have escaped? Where was he being held?
Ibrahim, take us to his cell. Ibrahim, what does this mean?
We left him some color pigments. We thought it would do no harm.
Our criminal is an artist, and an educated one at that. See, he speaks at least 3 languages. He is a good map maker, too. Did he leave any message? Do we know why he took Hikmah?
Ozdemir, if you will allow me, I think that the answer is here on these walls. We just need to read this man's madness.
I shall have the cities searched. He shall not escape for long.
Find my daughter. Ozdemir, I shall be in the council room. If you discover anything, come and tell me. You should consult the Sufi who is studying in the library. He is a man of great wisdom. If we fail, I shall no longer be worthy of Solomon's trust.
Well, Adrian, this is a great challenge for your perceptive mind.
The governor did not seem overly upset by Hikmah's disappearance.
Do not be fooled. I know him well. He is greatly troubled, but his honor demands that nothing should deter him from his duties. He was nominated by Solomon himself, and only our emperor can take that duty away from him.
What do you know about the governor's daughter?
I have heard much about Hikmah. They say she is as beautiful and lively as Layla, her late mother. The young girl is greatly loved here in Jerusalem. Perhaps our madman chose her so his actions would stand out. Perhaps he knew all the millets would miss her presence.
The governor spoke of a Sufi. What did he mean?
The Sufis are spiritual leaders who practice ecstasy and meditation. They follow their own paths, sometimes well outside the precepts of the revelation of our prophet and the Sharia, the civil and penal code drawn from the Quran.
They look like parts of a map.
I think these are districts of Jerusalem.
Hayat must have tamed a bird.
That he didn't forget to free in turn when he freed himself.
Three boxes of equal shape and proportion.
A triptych.
These black lines seem to run off the streets.
They do not appear to indicate a place.
Is it a code?
I am as puzzled by this as you are.
The lock has not been broken.
Either our man is a great lock-picker, or he escaped when the door was left open, or someone opened it for him.
Enter, Dimmi.
Dimi?
Stranger, if you prefer. Lost one would be more exact.
Lost one?
You are a stranger because you are not from this place. You are lost because you do not recognize Muhammad as the Prophet of Allah. But you are not damned because you pray to Allah, although you give him another name.
Did you know Hikmah well?
Hikmah? Yes. A young girl with as much faith as she has heart. She is demanding and impassioned, and funny. Such spirit. Almost too much spirit for a young girl, but plenty for a daughter of the governor. We were friends. Her father encouraged her to follow my lessons here.
Can you tell me about the Hebrew and Arabic alphabets?
The letters are holy signs. God used them to pass His word to man. Symbolically, they contain part of His strength. but there are surely those more knowledgeable than me to talk of this subject. I am thinking of Yusuf al-Bakri, the calligrapher who often works in the gardens.
Did you have a chance to talk to the prisoner?
Yes, he is a man full of paradoxes. Sometimes he was as wise as a patriarch, other times foolish as a child. A complex personality, but he knew how to make himself loved, even by his jailers, and he received visits. From Hikmah, for one. I used to play chess with him. He was a great adversary.
Do you know what his faith was, and why he was so interested in this dagger?
That is a difficult question. He may have been motivated by a single desire to underscore that which unites the three religions of the book.
How did you play chess?
Through the bars of his cell. We had agreed that every time he won, I would bring him a book. He read a lot recently, and then afterwards he wanted me to get him something to write and paint with.
Who is Dhimmi in this city?
The Dhimmi are the people of the book whose faith is turned, like the Muslims, to the one and only God, even though they name him Yahweh or God the Father. If they pay the jizya, a specific tax, they receive protection and the right to practice their religion on the condition that they do not commit an act of proselytism. Jewish, Orthodox Christian, Latin and Armenian Dhimmis come to Jerusalem. I think that is all. But it is quite enough to make life a little complicated sometimes.
Tell me about Muhammad.
Our prophet, blessed be his name, was born in the year 570 of the time of the Nazarenes. He was an ordinary man, a camel driver, to whom the angel Gabriel gave the mission of being the last carrier of the word of God. Muhammad dictated the Quran under divine inspiration, and moved the entire Arabic peninsula from idolatry to the worship of Allah. After his death in 632, the caliphs brought the flame of revelation to Andalusia and Persia. But that is another story.
What books did he ask you for?
The treatise on zoology by Ibn al-Mawzili, the treatise on optics by Al-Aitham, the Book of 100 Doors by Isaac Chani, the Pastor by Hermas, and even a conversion table for calendars.
Can you show me this conversion table?
It is somewhere on these shelves. It is a large book with a Latin title. Dhimmi, you seem patient and not too foolish. I do not doubt that you shall find that which you seek, one day.
I salute you, Master.
You must be the Nazarene translator. I have heard of you. Can I be of any help?
Could you tell me about the alphabets used by the Hebrews and Arabs?
The letters are energies. They are values and qualities, much more than just simple signs. But that is also true of the alphabet used by you, Rumis.
You say that letters are values also? Please, explain that to me.
The Hebrews brought this art of association up to a very high point of refinement. They call it the Kabbalah. It quickly became extremely complex, but it is a powerful tool for meditation. The basic practice involves associating each letter with its position in the alphabet. I have a plate here that illustrates how. Let me show you.
Did you have the chance to meet the madman who escaped?
Oh, no. But but strangely enough, I think he received a number of visits. Ibrahim, the Sufi Isa Al-Ghari, and especially Hikmah, the governor's own daughter. Oh, may Allah protect her.
Do you know the venerable Sufi who studies in the library?
Isa Al-Ghari? Oh, do not speak of him. Today, tomorrow, ever.
Oh, you're not on good terms, I take it.
On good terms. The day I finally beat him at chess, I shall perhaps manage to pardon him for being so intelligent.
Do you know that the madman left a strange drawing on his cell wall?
I saw that. Oh, it's nothing. In any case, it is not art.
Could you tell me a little about your art?
Tradition has it that the kalam, instrument of calligraphy, was the first object created by Allah. Whoever holds the kalam in accordance with the rules of proportion and harmony is, to some extent, closer to the secrets of God.
I may have found something, but I need to look at a few documents.
Of course. What books do you want to look at? The Torah? A generic term which stands for the 5 books famed for being written by Moses' very own hand: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. You must have a more precise idea of what you're looking for. Hope, the heart of the alliance between Hebrews and Yahweh, their God. The Gospels. Which one do you talk of? That of St. Matthew, St. Mark, St. Luke, or St. John? Love, the greatest of all gifts from God to man. The most difficult and demanding, too. 111 surahs make up the Quran, my friend. Would you like to read one in particular? I do not know in the Quran any better way of defining what is faith. And so, faith, hope, love. These are what the Christians call theological virtues. They are common to all 3 religions. You see, even if Hayat is mad, he certainly knows and masters all the diversity of the writings.
That's it. The cartouches stand for 3 words: faith, hope, and love.
Ah, yes. We have 3 boxes, 3 maps, and 3 words. I wonder if we have to find a way to place the words on the maps.
I think that your talent could help us to progress in our investigation. Could you write some words on a wall?
Well, I would do anything to please the governor and help find the girl, but I cannot see well from afar, and I've misplaced my glasses. Without them, I shall not be a great help to you.
I have found your glasses. Now we can go to the cell. Look, Hyatt's friend has returned.
Something is attached to the bird's foot.
What does this triptych say to you?
Nothing.
These cartouches are in fact references to the 3 holy virtues that are common to all 3 religions.
This is the work of a holy man, not a calligrapher.
Do you see something in these maps?
No!
What do you think of these paths?
That our man cannot master a steady hand.
Do these lines mean anything to you?
Well, for me, they could also be dots.
Could you paint the words faith, hope, and love in the boxes?
Where? The boxes are enormous.
Keep close to the beginning and the end of the lines.
Let me see. Ah, yes, I think you're right. It seems to fit.
Everything seems logical up to now, but the lines of each word could indicate a dozen different places. We are obviously missing a clue.
One element is missing, that is sure, but the solution must be near.
I would like you to place these crosses on the words that you have just written in the boxes. Look, the lines only cross the words in one place. Do they show particular places, Ozdemir?
The Tankizia Madrasa, one of the most important Quranic schools in Jerusalem. The Holy Sepulchre, the place where the Son of Mary was placed after his crucifixion. This indicates the Ramban synagogue. It is time we warn the governor. Governor, my secretary has unraveled the puzzle. The madman indicates 3 places in Jerusalem. I fear that we are only at the beginning of what will be a long trail.
You seem to be gifted with wisdom, Secretary. I am taking a risk, but I trust you. Follow the signs, investigate, rummage, and interrogate. I bestow my honor as governor in your hands. Find Abraham's dagger for me. And above all, return to me that which is 1,000 times more precious than titles and duties. Return Hikmah, my daughter, to me.
Adrian, tell me, what were you looking for out there in the desert?
A woman that I had lost.
And here you are, looking for another lost woman. Allah wants to tell you something, my friend.
I am afraid I had noticed.